So excited, I'm so excited. Gotta find the right page, gotta find the right page. Oh, this is great. I'm dying to do this. Salutations, friends. My name is Brianna Bond, otherwise known as No Ordinary Scholar, and welcome to the front row seat of Beyonce Homecoming. Just kidding. I wasn't there, so you're not going there with me. It was also like 2 years ago. But no, we're gonna chat-ums about it. We're gonna have some nice chat-ums about it, because Lord knows I've listened to that. I've listened to the album so many times. It's just something I turn to at this point. But we'll get into more to that later. Look, first, why don't I try explaining what Beyonce Homecoming is to some people, because not everyone knows. So Beyonce Homecoming was the title of Beyonce's Coachella performance. My bad. So Beyonce Homecoming was the performance done at Beychella, and it was such a good performance. It was filled with a lot of like black power shown through like all of the step teams that were there, the like step performances they did. It was an all-black marching band. It was promoting a lot of HBUs, historically black universities. And it was just the music, and it was amazing. Not only is just because Beyonce herself is a staple of African American culture, like all of her songs, the songs she chose go back all the way to like some of her earlier songs, to her most recent songs. She dropped some new songs, and those were everything she performed was remixed, touched based on more of that culture, which made it absolutely amazing, including she even sang the Black National Anthem throughout that performance. It was really an amazing experience for that community, for the black community. Homecoming is also the title of the movie or visual album she put out of that performance, and that includes her talking about the performance, talking about what it meant for her and her family, what it meant for her physically, because she had to go through, she was working on this since after she had her twins. She was working really hard on this and working to lose weight to be able to perform everything that she wanted to perform. And she also was talking about what she wanted it to mean culturally. She wanted to instill hope in a lot of black kids and black girls, black people, because she feels like if she could do this, if she could become as big as she is, she wants to make sure everyone feels like they can do that as well, kind of thing. Flash forward, and we get Beyonce Homecoming Part 2. Yeah. So at 2019 Billboard Music Awards, I can already tell there's some people watching this who are just, oh god. Yeah, Taylor Swift did a performance. She was a performer at the Billboard Music Awards. And her performance opened with an entire drum line coming out and kind of jamming a little bit. And first things first, it definitely seems like in my opinion, I would say it definitely was in some way a reflection or a response in some way referencing Beyonce Homecoming. In my opinion, it definitely was. You have the drum line come out, they do the thing, she walks out, and then most of the drum line leaves, because it was like there were so many percussionists out there, and then the song actually starts, most of them leave, and then when the song's actually playing, you can watch the video, half of them aren't playing. Half of the ones that are left aren't even playing, because that's not the kind of song the song is. It was her most recent song, Me, and that's not the kind of song it is. It's not the kind of song that has a ton of complex drumming and percussion, so you need a ton of people. You don't need a ton of people there. So yeah, I definitely think it was in some way related to Beyonce's performance that she did. Every time, still not doing my work. This is why I'm behind. This is why I'm behind on everything. I'm joking. It's not. I'm totally joking. It's my fault. I'm a mess. But yeah, back to the topic. Back to the thing people care about. Now, there are 3 potential reasons why Taylor Swift did this performance. One is that it was a cash grab. And I really don't think it is. Taylor Swift's been in this for a long time. She's not stupid. She's not gonna just go fucking around with the Beehive for no reason. They are vicious. If it weren't for Beyonce calling them off, Jay-Z would be dead by now. The Beehive is vicious. I do not think Taylor Swift is dumb enough to just copy it for the sake of, hey, Beyonce made money, I can make money too, kind of thing. I really don't think it is. The other option was that it's a malicious attempt. It's something malicious. It was a malicious attack, and we can get into more of that later because number two and numbers three, because I kind of lumped the next few into three together. Those are all very similar in my response almost, and like the repercussions and the effect of it. So I wanted to kind of discuss that more later. So it was either malicious, and then the threes would be a power move of sorts, like her trying to say that she is the Beyonce of, I don't even know what genre of music she's in anymore. Is she country still? Is she pop now? I'm gonna look it up because I genuinely do not know. Google doesn't even know what this chick sings. Pop and country. She's a pop and country artist. It's like she's trying to say she's the Beyonce of pop and country. And then the other one under three was that she was generally also inspired by the performance. She thought it was an amazing performance, and she just wanted to feel that kind of energy herself. It's amazing. It was an amazing energy that they had on the stage. Like, it genuinely can bring me to tears when I'm watching it or listening to it, because Beyonce also posted the entire album of all of the songs she sang during Homecoming on Spotify as an album. It's probably other places too, but I only use Spotify. But maybe she was also very inspired by it and wanted to also just feel that, wanted to be a part of that. And the thing for me about it is, when Beyonce did Homecoming, there was a very strong message. It was very much supposed to be a signal for hope and for strength and for courage for Black people. In a world in which Black people are targeted for so many things and can feel like so many of the odds are stacked against us, that's Homecoming was supposed to help lift us up, kind of thing. If she's recreating the performance as a power move or as just someone who is also inspired, she's not understanding what this performance is meant to do. That was an all-Black marching band Beyonce had. She had an all-Black marching band, swaggy-ass marching band, swaggy-ass drumline. They were doing this for the culture of it, for the things that held us together when we needed it. And then Taylor Swift is just not getting that, if those are the reasons why she was doing it. She's just missing that point of it, or she's doing this maliciously and she knows exactly what she's doing. Okay, I get that, like, it's a whole Black thing, but what if she genuinely just wanted to have drums there? What if she really wanted to just, like, have a drum line, nothing to do with Beyonce? This is where things get really complicated for me and my feelings about the performance. It's because of the timing of all of the events. Beyonce did her Homecoming performance last year's Coachella. I think it was last year. I think it was last year's Coachella. So you would have had, if it was like just related to Beyonce, you had all of that time to just do Drumline. If you, like, even just before, she's had more songs with better drum beat. You had all of that time before. This came out after Beyonce put out a video, a documentary in which she's talking about all of the Black power, the Black culture, and the Black love she's trying to put into this performance with the marching band and the drum line. And then now Taylor Swift all of a sudden wants to use huge drum line as in part of her performance that's not going to be there for most of her performance, and they specifically have to be in marching band uniforms as well. And it's going to be, based on what I've seen from the video, it was primarily Caucasian marching band. Specifically after that video came out, it's just really hard for it to not seem like it's bouncing off of that. But at the very worst, she's just ignorant of what is going on culturally, because that Homecoming came out, and that was everywhere. Everyone knew that it happened. So out of nowhere, she thought of a marching band idea, completely isolated from that. Never heard about Beyonce's marching band thing, and she's just not paying attention to pop culture enough to know that Beyonce did the whole thing. That seems very unlikely, specifically because it was everywhere. This is Beyonce. She can get to #1 without promotion easily, kind of thing. So it's hard to think that she in no way had encountered Beyonce's performance, beyond the Beyonce's documentary talking about why she did the performance and what it meant to her and all that. And no way this is touching on that. With it being touching on that, you are missing the point of that. You are missing a lot about what that performance is and what that performance does, what that performance means. Okay, then I guess the question is, so what if she wanted to copy Beyonce and have her own drumline? So what if she knew the message and just wanted to do it herself? Let me state clearly first and foremost that when I say these next few things, I don't say it as if this was Taylor Swift's intention. I do not know what her intention was. I don't know her political standings. I don't know how she feels about anything really. I don't follow people that closely. I probably should start. But to me, this entire performance feels very All Lives Matter-esque, in the fact that you take something that is unifying for the Black community, that is hopeful for the Black community, that is seeking justice, peace, and just pride for the Black community, and you're taking and you're saying, no, everybody gets that. Because the reason why All Lives Matter is such a problem is because when we say Black Lives Matter, we are saying that to remind you that we are a part of everyone. I'm gonna get the pencils again. I'm gonna do it again. Pencils! We're saying Black Lives Matter too, guys. Everyone's life matters. But you're ignoring the fact that you need to be told that Black Lives Matter. You're ignoring the fact that there is an issue in which Black lives are not being treated like they matter. And again, I'm not saying this was Taylor Swift's goal, but in taking this performance that was meant to be such a symbol and so just healing and helpful for the Black community, and going, wait, but I can be a part of that too. Or to take this performance and say, hey, if she can do it, I can do it because I'm just as good as her, kind of thing. It's not about individuals. It's not about, stop dying. It's not about individuals. It's not about celebrity or power or fame. It's about strength for a community that has been beaten down by so many for so many years. Because we are still living with a lot of the prejudices and a lot of the inequalities that the slavery times have set. And we're slowly trying to bring everything together, but at the meantime, there's still a lot of Black people who are struggling, who are being killed, abused, and just impoverished for no reason other than their skin color. Who are being judged for no other reason other than their skin color. There are times when Black people just need to feel some form of hope, because a lot of the stuff still goes on. It's a long fight. It's a long fight to try and get change. This is just something that helps everyone get through it. And to see, for me personally, I'm mixed. I'm Black, I'm Mexican, I'm a woman, and I'm disabled. My depression is at the level of a disability at this point. And there are days when I just can't get out of bed. I can barely think of a reason to stay alive sometimes. And a lot of the time, since that album has come out, a lot of the times I will turn to that album to try and give me some form of hope, encouragement, and to help me get through this. So to see the message and just everything that this album means to me and what it's supposed to mean to everyone else in this culture, anyone else that's struggling here, to see that message used so carelessly, it's just very disheartening. It sucks to have something that means so much just thrown about as if it's not important, as if it doesn't mean anything to someone else, as if it is just some stupid little concept to somebody else, when that could mean the world to me. I will continue to say I'm not saying that this is what I actually think Taylor Swift was attempting to do with her performance, but I can still say at best, I think the performance was done out of ignorance for the current social situation. Medium-wise, it was an attempt at cultural appropriation, and at its worst, it was a direct attack against Black people, Black culture. Do I want her to apologize? In this performance, there are people like up on like hanging from umbrellas and shit. You have to train that stuff. You have to prepare that stuff. You have to prepare the like choreography of the drumline and stuff like that. So you've been working on this for a decent amount of time, and to go through all of those steps and not even kind of like think twice about it. No one in production was like, hey, I've seen Beyonce Homecoming. This is a lot like Beyonce Homecoming. Are you sure you want to do this kind of thing? I would like to see what was going through her head when she decided she was going to do this. And at that point, part of me does want an apology to show that she understands how much this means to someone, and it's just a show of empathy for that struggle. If you just genuinely didn't realize, if you didn't realize and no one on your production team realized what this could spur in other people, then it is just a mistake. But it's still at that mistake, you are still responsible for your actions and for kind of the message you are putting out. So at that point, yes, I kind of feel like I would appreciate an apology of sorts. Here's more of what it is. I would like her to apologize, but I don't expect her to apologize. But I'm not going to hold out for her to apologize. What does that mean in terms of her fandom? Not necessarily everyone's going to look at the situation like me. It might just be not like the most common opinion that it felt as All Lives Matter, felt similar to All Lives Matter for everyone. I get the concept of everyone's important, everyone matters kind of thing. And everyone should be able to use this kind of thing. And I have my own take on cultural appropriation. But in this particular context, when you're talking about something that is helping hold Black people together, helping to give them hope and inspire them through all of the tragedies, inequalities, injustices, and abuses that they're going through regularly, when this is something we need, when this is something we so desperately need to stay true to who we are, to stay confident and safe with who we are, you wanting to be a part of that you wanting us to let you into the center of that is not enough. Not to me. Thank you so much for listening through that like entire epic. That was a fun time. If you want to keep hearing more about me and my Beyonce shenanigans, if you want to hear me sing some Beyonce, please check out my Facebook, Instagram, and noordinaryschlar.com. All of which are going to be linked down below. noordinaryschlar.com, I swear, is being updated regularly. I promise. It's even, there's a tab open on the computer, Also, I'm sure you can see these beautiful desk ornamentations up here. I like this one best. I love all of my babies, but this is the newest. This is the youngest baby. It's I Hear Colors by Brianna Bond, available on Amazon.com. That link will also be down below, right next to the link to my Patreon account, because, you know, sometimes you're feeling like extra generous. But until next time, please let me know down in the comments what you think about the whole Taylor Swift fiasco. But until then, valedictions, friends.